And WBZ legal analyst Jennifer Roman of the Hoffman Law Group. For more on this, Jennifer, thank you for joining us tonight.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it so much, and so many people coming home seeing this news after the ruling today. Explain why she won't be going to prison right away.
So Judge Moniz had the discretion to decide whether or not she actually started serving her sentence today, or if she could stay out on probation for, essentially while the appeal was pending. It is entirely discretionary. So he made the decision based upon all the factors and the testimony that he had heard that she doesn't need to be committed right now. I mean, she really has. She's been on probation. She hasn't been committed up until this point. So clearly he felt that she wasn't a flight risk. It was okay to let her continue to live under the conditions that she's been living until the appeal has an opportunity to work its way through the system.
And the key issue at appeal is going to be First Amendment. Why, when he convicted her, the judge convicted Michelle Carter, did he decide that this was not First Amendment protected speech, what she texted and said to him over the phone?
So what she really did here rose to the level of what we call wanton or reckless, and that's the standard that the judge really honed in on when finding her guilty of manslaughter. And that means essentially that her actions went beyond free speech. It went beyond expressing a thought that might otherwise be protected and crossed the line into the territory of actually urging and encouraging and supporting a person to take his own life. And after, during that whole time, and after she knew that he died, she didn't take any steps to call the family, to call authorities. She didn't do anything to try to mitigate the circumstances.
A lot of people, especially his family, of course, found 2.5 years a surprising sentence. They didn't think it was enough. What did you think of where the judge came down in this case?
The judge had 3 options here. He could have committed her to the Department of Youth Services until she was 21, which is just at the end, in August. He could have sentenced her as an adult, or he could have also done some combination of the Department of Youth Services and an adult sentence. Here he clearly sent a message that this horrific crime was truly abhorrent by sentencing her as an adult. And then he tried to balance what is one of the cornerstones of the juvenile corrections system, and that's rehabilitation. We are talking about a young girl who was 17 at the time that she committed this crime, and he was clearly trying to find a balance between how do I send the message that this is abhorrent, this is not acceptable, this was a crime, while also appreciating that as a juvenile she has the right to show that she can be rehabilitated and not reoffend.
And the very fact that he convicted her in the first place shows that he does believe it was abhorrent. Bottom line, what are her prospects on appeal? It seems like this case hinged on that moment when she talked to him on the phone and said, "Get back in." He seemed to want to not go through with it. She urged him on. What are her chances in appeal in this? What's the chance she never goes to prison?
I don't think her grounds for appeal are going to be that strong. I mean, she's had so many opportunities to step back from this situation and to try to maybe remedy it or intervene in some way, and instead she kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And as Judge Moniz's conviction shows, she crossed that line and actually committed a crime. So in terms of the free speech component, I don't think that that's going to have a lot of legs for her on an appeal. But what is so fascinating about this is that the texting and technology is not keeping up with, the law is not keeping up with it, right? So we are going to continue, I think, to see crimes of this nature where somebody's putting something out in a text message or putting something out on Twitter or Facebook, on social media, and the law isn't there, isn't equipped to handle directly these kinds of crimes.
When the defense attorney filed the motion for the stay, he said this is going to be fertile ground for the law moving forward, and this is such a unique case. The appellate court needs to look at it.
Absolutely.
Well, Jennifer Roman of the Hoffman Law Group, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.